You ready?
Sure.
Oh god. Hey guys, it's Ecstatic Ace here, and I am here with a special guest.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, my name's Lauren.
Okay, great. So, as you all know, as I've been posting everywhere right now, this week is Aromantic Week. Lauren, as you probably could tell, is a romantic. So, in spirit of Aromantic Awareness Week, I bring an aromantic individual to talk about things. Maniacal laughter. So, would you like to explain what aromantic is?
It would be the lack of experiencing very little romantic attraction. So, there, just like asexuality, there's a whole spectrum, which includes people like lithromantic, aromantic, gray romantic, demi-romantic.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about some things that we found very interesting, especially after talking with someone who is aromantic, because I am not. But we found some things very interesting. So we talked about how asexual people and aromantic people sometimes are grouped together when we feel that they shouldn't be. Do you agree?
I agree wholeheartedly, because it's a very odd reason, but I don't know why, but people just can't really seem to grasp the concept of you can be aromantic, but you can be aromantic and not be asexual. Mm-hmm. And some people just don't get that, even though they get the whole you can be asexual and have romantic attraction.
Yeah. Because I feel like when I tell people, like, I'm asexual, but I still have romantic attraction, they're like, that's cool, that's fine and dandy. But, like, when someone is aromantic, people, like, automatically assume you're asexual.
Yeah.
When, even though you are, correct?
Yeah.
It doesn't apply to everyone.
No. Honestly, some people's romantic orientation matches their sexual orientation, but not everyone. I know aromantics who are not asexual. Mm-hmm. And
Same.
The mentality that asexuality and aromanticism are the same thing is completely harmful.
Well, yes, agreed.
And even though I'm both, I personally feel that the aromantic communities and the asexual community need to be different.
Yes,
and
agreed.
They have completely different focuses. The ace community is extremely focused on the promoting that there can be romance without sex, which is completely valid and needs to be discussed. But it's not the problems that aromantic people face.
Yes, and I feel when people make that assumption, they automatically exclude aromantic people.
Yeah,
because I mean that is the main goal of being asexual, proving that we can have romantic relationships without sex, or we can compromise, or like that kind of stuff. But it kind of, when you say it strictly as, oh, we can have romance without, like, we can have romance without sex, but then you're kind of excluding people who don't experience romance.
A lot of aromantics get alienated by that mentality, mm-hmm. and it's perfectly valid. It's something that needs to be talked about, but at the same time, it kind of just feel like you kind of just push the aromantics to the side. You're like, oh well, we're dealing with this, so go over there.
Since we feel that they're different, like they need different representation, I feel that they should have separate communities, not necessarily like completely separate, like don't associate them at all, but like they shouldn't be grouped together. They need their own communities to talk about things. Because I know, as you've said, and I learned this from Lauren, that a lot of people, when they identify as aromantic, identify as that first, before their sexual orientation, which I find very interesting. Would you like to explain?
Well, a lot of that is because, one, the aromantic community has such a different focus than any other of the communities, mm-hmm. such as, like, the aromantic community's main focus tends to be a lot more on not saying romantic love is the end-all. It's not the greatest thing ever, and to break down the idea that you need it to be happy, and to break down the idea that it's the top tier. Like, it's breaking down the why can't friendship be the same thing?
Yeah.
Why is friendship on a lower level?
Yeah. For example, I know, like, if Valentine's Day just passed, well, recently, I mean, by the time I post this video, who knows? But, I mean, like, Valentine's Day's come around, and I've seen a couple people, you've seen a couple people, I think, that have said, like, I'm gonna die alone, no one's gonna love me, this, that, but I'm sitting here, like, you know, you don't need, like, people who are aromantic may take slight offense to that, but it's like, you don't need a partner sexually or romantically to be happy.
You don't. Some aromantic people do choose to be in romantic relationships, because just like asexual people, some choose to have sex, some don't. It's an action, it's a type of relationship, but it's not like you're barred off from it because of your attraction. And just like asexual people, aromantic people can be in QPRs as well. But
Yeah.
they don't have to be. A lot of people choose not to be in any sort of relationship of that type.
Would you like to explain what QPRs are?
QPR is quasi-platonic or platonic relationship,
Mhm.
which is, it's kind of a weird concept to explain.
Yeah, it's awkward to explain, but
it's basically finding a committed partner who is not romantic.
yes.
And QPRs can involve anything, really. Like, some involve sex, some don't. Some involve romantic actions, others don't. It all depends on the person, and it's just like how even romantic relationships are all different. It all depends on just what you two agree on, or however many people you decide.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys agree on,
Mhm.
and what you're comfortable with.
Yep. So, since aromanticism hopefully isn't new for you, but if it is, and like QPR was new for you, then we're gonna start talking about a little more new terminology that Lauren knows better than me because I am not part of the aromantic community, but you can go ahead and take it away.
Well, one of the things I've seen on Tumblr lately is people completely taking the term aplatonic and using it in incorrect ways and then mocking the term. Basically, aplatonic is an aromantic person who does not desire a QPR. It's aplatonic and platonic.
Yes.
So it's either you do want a QPR or you don't. I've seen a lot of people on Tumblr take it as, oh, you're coming up with a new orientation to describe why you don't have friends.
That I saw that once and I got so pissed.
Being aro ace. So you're kind of just swept under the rug a lot, not just by the asexual community, but also a lot of times by the LGBT community, because there's a lot of debates on whether asexuals and aromantics belong, and all
Agreed.
and they do. They
Yes,
automatically
I
do.
agree with you as well. We do belong.
Their arguments are all based around heteroromantic and heterosexual aromantics and asexuals, which do still belong in the community. But then they just kind of forget, and they just don't really know what to do with the aro aces. They're just like, well, you don't really feel anything, so why do you need to be here?
Yeah, or some people that I've seen, and I know, like, it's kind of a little swaying over, but, like, people think you're straight, because if you don't feel anything, you must be straight, and I'm like, that's not how it works. You can't assume someone is something when they strictly tell you that they're not.
Well, a lot of that comes from treating aromanticism and asexuality as this weird neutral. They don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
No one really knows what to do with it.
It needs more publicity, I guess, is the word.
But a lot of it, they're not really treating you as aromantic or asexual. They're treating you as whatever attraction you feel.
Yes.
So then you're kind of pushing the aromantic asexuals into this weird, like...
this weird zone. From your perspective, I mean, I can give mine from an asexual point of view, and so can you, but from an aromantic point of view, how do you view the world, since the world right now is so sexualized and so especially romanticized? Because let's face it, you can't go one movie without someone kissing or someone doing the do or something. You know, like, you can't. You can't do it. So how do you feel as an aromantic person going through that?
And you go into the movies, it's like, really? Did you really have to kiss her? Like, and then, like, you're talking to people, what was it? San Andreas, where the guy kisses the girl, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, like, it wasn't necessary. I felt the same way. I saw the same movie, and I was sitting there like, that wasn't... Like, I guess it adds to the romance of the story, but it wasn't needed. It
wasn't needed at all, and then I'm, like, talking to my parents afterwards, and they're like, oh, well, like, he had to show that he cared about her. I'm like, it was already obvious that he cared about her.
I have a fight about that. I don't necessarily like the writer of the book for reasons, but Ender's Game. Okay, Ender's Game is basically the romance plot. Is, you know, he's a guy, there's a girl, they get along, they have this scene at the end. They're staring at each other, and they could have kissed, you know, perfect opportunity. They don't. They just stare at each other. I think they hug each other maybe, but that's it. Like, the kiss wasn't needed, and they didn't put it in because it wasn't needed. And I felt so happy, because my little brother and I were like, we watched a movie where there was no kiss. Like, fucking amazing. So I'm probably going to make another video about this later on, like how later, I'm not really sure. But we're going to talk about this a little bit here because we have asexual and aromantic people here. How do you feel about the whole letter A in the acronym of LGBTQ+, because I'm not going to say the whole acronym, but how do you feel about what's going on with this whole A debate?
You mean us belonging in the community or people trying to take the letter?
Both.
Well, I feel with people trying to determine whether aromantics and asexuals belong in the community, I feel like they don't really read our orientation as
An orientation.
Yeah, they view it as this weird neutral that's like, we don't really know what to do with it, so we're going to go the next thing you have.
Yeah, because people base their sexual orientations usually on attraction, but with asexual people or people in the asexual spectrum, it's kind of a lack of attraction, so people don't know what to do with it.
And that's part of the reason that that ties in the reason why people who are aromantic tend to a lot of times identify with, at least from the people I've met, it doesn't go for everyone, identify with aromantic first, just because things just all the meanings tend to tie into like romantic attraction as well,
yeah.
which isn't wrong, because that's how it applies to a lot of people, but just some people it doesn't, and they're fine identifying either way.
Yes. Let's talk about this A for allies. I'm very interested in your opinion about this A for allies.
I think
Here we go.
that you do not get a trophy for spectating.
And this is what we have discussed.
You do not get a trophy for spectating, which means that being an ally does not make you part of the LGBT community.
Like, I'm glad that we have allies, and I'm glad they support us and the community.
Wholeheartedly. I think that allies are amazing, and they're amazing people, and they should, they should be treated nicely, like everyone else should be.
We shouldn't be bashing allies. Like, no, that's not the point.
These are people that
you want close.
You want close. These are people that chose to support us, they're important, but they don't belong in the acronym.
In the acronym, agreed.
And they do not belong as a member of the community.
We're gonna end this. She's gonna plug her channel. Go.
What?
So this is Imagination Cube from YouTube. Yee. Now it's been Aromantic Awareness Week with me and
Lauren.
This little chick over here. So, what is with you? So, I shall see you guys, hopefully, you know what, look, let's have a discussion here, okay? You and me. I don't know about you.
I haven't updated my channel in like 10 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
I made a video, let's talk about it. I made a video, and I did it in my radio station, and I posted it, but I forgot, because I'm stupid, that copyright with music, you know, right? So, I took it down. But if anyone wants it, just message me and I'll send you my playlist. I'll send you all my playlists of all the songs I've played so far. It's live Monday, 7 to 9.
Twitch.com/WRMC.
It'll be down below. And you have
my friend Olivia and I also run a station Tuesdays from 7 to 9. So
yeah. All links for your channel and the radio station will be down below. There are links and stuff will be down below. Yeah. So, okay, bye. Blooper section, go. This week is Aromantic Week. It's like a big FU to Valentine's Day.
Pretty much comes right after Valentine's Day.
Maniacal laughter, insert here. So, would you like to... Oh my god, Olivia! So, now that, I kind of as we're, getting into this topic, where am I going with this?
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. Shut up. People who are aromantic may take slight offense to that. Not complete, oh my god, I'm so straight fried hurt. But I'm sorry, Olivia, I love you.
What did you say?
So then you're kind of pushing the aromantic asexuals into this weird,
this weird zone.
We're
we're on a table. Sorry. I'm in a college kitchen, by the way, but no, look, if you want to be mean about it, go home. Welcome to filming with me.
Hi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I had thoughts, and I just left.